When you look at your dream, when you stare at the gap between where you are and where you know you're supposed to be, what is it that keeps you moving? Because life is not going to wait for you to feel ready. Life is going to test you. It's going to hit you in ways you never saw coming. And in the middle of that test, only one question matters. How badly do you want it? That's the real question. Not how talented you are, not how many people support you. How badly do you want it? Because the wanting, that burning, relentless, irrational wanting, that is the only thing that separates the ones who make it from the ones who don't. And when you go after it, get ready. Because the moment you commit to something bigger than your current life, everything is going to try to pull you back. People you've known for years will look at you differently. They'll smile to your face and whisper behind your back. They'll tell you to be realistic. They'll remind you of your failures. And the worst ones won't say a word. They'll just watch, waiting, hoping you fall so they can feel better about the fact that they never tried. That's the world you're walking into, and if you cannot hold on to your belief when no one else believes, if you cannot look yourself in the mirror on the worst days and say, I know where I'm going, then the dream dies right there. Not because it was impossible, because you let someone else's doubt become your own. I need you to hear this. The dream is real. What you feel in your chest when you think about the life you're supposed to be living, that is real. That is not fantasy. That is your assignment. That is the specific thing you were put here to do. And the question is not whether you're capable. The question is whether you will claim it. Because there are people in this world right now who had less than you, started with less than you, faced more obstacles than you, and they made it. Not because they were special, not because they had more time or more talent or fewer problems, because they decided. They made a decision in a moment of darkness and they never went back on it. Who are you going to be in your family? Who are you going to be in your community? You could be the one who changes everything. The one person who looks at the pattern and says, not me, not my children, not my bloodline, I break this today. You could be that person. You have everything you need to be that person right now. But it requires a decision. A total, unreserved, no conditions, no backup plan decision. I am the one. I am the one who does not quit. I am the one who does not fold when the pressure comes. I am the one who keeps growing even when the results haven't shown up yet. I am the one who keeps dreaming when everyone around me has stopped. I am the one who refuses to be invisible. I refuse to be a casualty of my own fear. I refuse to hand my dream over to comfort and convenience and the opinions of people who gave up on theirs. I am the one. Say it like you mean it. Say it until you feel it. Because once that identity locks in, once you truly believe in the core of who you are, that you are the one, no circumstance can take it from you. People can take your job, they can take your money, they can take your confidence for a season, but they cannot take a decision that lives inside you. That is yours. That is untouchable. Now here's where most people go wrong. They know the dream, they feel the dream, and then they start looking for someone to confirm it. They want their mentor to say it's possible. They want their partner to say they believe in them. They want the numbers to line up before they fully commit. Stop it. Stop looking for permission to pursue your own life. The only confirmation you need is that burning in your chest that says, this is not enough. That fire, that restlessness. That is your signal. That is the universe telling you there is more. And every day you spend waiting for someone else to validate it is a day you hand over to fear. You don't say a word to the doubters. You don't explain your vision to people who aren't ready to hold it. You study, you work, you build. And one day the results will say everything you never needed to. Stay starving, not hungry. Starving. There is a difference. Hungry means you want it when it's convenient. Starving means you cannot rest until you have it. Starving means Monday morning you are up before the alarm because the dream won't let you sleep. Starving means you don't need motivation because the pain of staying where you are is greater than the pain of the work it takes to change. That's the place you need to get to. Not comfort, not balance, not moderation, obsession, focused, disciplined, intentional obsession. Because greatness is not built in the spaces between effort. Greatness is built in the moments where everyone else stopped and you kept going. Climb. Whatever the mountain is in your life right now, climb it. I don't care how many times you've tried. I don't care how tired you are. I don't care how long it takes. You keep going until you get there. You spend every available hour on the solution. You stop waiting for the right moment, and you make the moment right. You get up Monday, and you build. You get up Tuesday, and you build. You get up Wednesday, and you build. You get up Thursday, and you build. And on Friday, when it's hard and you're exhausted and nothing has worked the way you planned, and every voice in your head says stop, you go into warrior mode. You go into the place inside you where giving up is not a language you speak. Because nothing significant has ever been built in quit mode. Nothing has ever changed in scared mode. Everything happens in the mode that says, I am coming to get this, and I will not stop. Feel the dream. I need you to do more than think about it. I need you to feel it in your body. I need you to taste what it will feel like when you cross that finish line. The version of you that made it, that person is real. That person exists. And every single day, the work you do either moves you closer to that version or further away. You have to eat the dream. You have to sleep the dream. You have to talk the dream. You have to see it when nobody else can see it. You have to feel it when it is not yet tangible. You have to believe it before there is a single piece of evidence to justify the belief. That is the price. Not talent, not resources, belief. Radical, irrational, unshakable belief in what is possible when you refuse to stop. And here is something nobody talks about enough. You have to protect your energy, because life is going to come at you with distractions dressed as emergencies. It's going to come at you with problems that demand your attention and drain your focus. And if you are not intentional about protecting the energy you need for your dream, the world will consume every last drop of it. Stay ready. Stay plugged in. Stay connected to the reason you started. Because when the bad news comes, and it will come, you need to be so full of purpose and direction that it cannot break you. The storm hits, and you are still standing. Not because the storm wasn't real, because you were already built for it. I want you to say something to yourself right now. Say it out loud if you can. I am the greatest at what I am called to do. Not because you have arrived, not because you have proof. Say it because you have to believe it before anyone else will. You have to be your own loudest conviction. You have to walk into every room with the settled certainty that you belong in the arena, that you have something to contribute, that your best work is still ahead of you. Get locked in. Get so centered in your mission that the noise around you becomes irrelevant. All you hear is the dream saying, one more day, one more attempt, one more hour of work, one more time getting back up. Give it one more level of everything you have. Because all of the struggle you are walking through right now is not punishment. It is preparation. It is sharpening you. It is building in you something that no circumstance will ever be able to take away. Write it down. Right now. Write down 5 reasons why you will not give up on this. 5 reasons why you deserve the life you're chasing. 5 things that will make it worth it when you want to quit. When the rejection comes, when the results are slow, when you can't see the end from where you're standing, read that list. Read it again. Read it until it becomes the voice inside your head, because you are going to need it. You are going to need something anchored in you that is stronger than the temporary pain of the process. Be unreasonable. The logical voice says, you can't do this now. The practical voice says, wait. The reasonable voice says, settle for what you have. Ignore every one of them. Because every breakthrough in history was led by someone who refused to accept the limits of the current reality. You don't judge by appearances. You see it because you believe it. You call forward what doesn't exist yet as if it already does. That is not delusion. That is the discipline of the people who change things. And it is hard. Yes, I know it is hard. But you have already been knocked down. You have already been through the worst of it. And you are still here. That means something. That means you are not finished. That means the comeback is not just possible. It is already in motion. If you fall today, you learn. If you win today, you grow. Either way, you are moving. The only loss is the one where you don't get back up. Take the hit, absorb it, and rise. Because the ones who change the world are not the ones who never fell. They are the ones who fell, studied why, and came back harder. That is what relentless looks like. You break the wall. You rebuild if you have to. You start over if you have to. You reanalyze if you have to. But you do not stop. Not optional. Not negotiable. Necessary. This is what we talk about at Ambition Universe. Not motivation for a moment. Transformation as a way of life. The decision to become the person your dream requires. And when you make that decision, when you stop negotiating with your own potential, something shifts. The work changes. The opportunities change. The universe lines up differently for the person who walks forward with courage. Because of your faith. Because of your determination. Because of your relentlessness. It's done when the fire inside you is greater than everything trying to stop you. And today, that fire starts here. It starts now. You are the one.